Did you know that it's easier to create wealth in the current economic times that you live in? This video is about wealth creation and in the particular times. From the beginning of time to the 1700s, wealth was manifested by land, either land, farming, or agriculture. So whoever had a lot of land and whoever had a lot of agricultural pieces of land, they had wealth. So whoever had the biggest chunk of land was able to produce more food and controlled people's survival, and therefore they became wealthy. Between 1700s to the 1800s, this was the industrial revolution era, and so wealth was demonstrated. Wealth was depicted by factories and machines. So people who built industries, people who owned steel, people who owned railroads, people who owned textile and mining became the richest people in that particular economic times, in that particular economic era. Between 1800s to the 1900s, the economic era was distribution and the corporations era. Now, wealth during this era was the ability to distribute goods globally. Look at the road system, look at the pipeline system. So think about oil companies, think about shipping companies, think about logistics, think about anyone who was able to take goods from a particular point to another point. Now, look, things that were being transported in the 1900s, in this economic era, were things that were produced in the previous in the industrial revolution era, because the industrial revolution has produced goods. Now these goods had to be shipped to another, from one place to another. Therefore, people who owned the distribution systems were the people who were considered to be wealthy. In the late 1900s was the partnership and finance era. Now, wealth during this economic era, economic times, was through connections or through mergers or through things like the Wall Street. Those who mastered partnerships, those who are able to accrue capital, those who are able to dominate the global market through partnerships were the people who are considered to be wealthy. Now, the next economic era was in the 2000s, and this was the technology era.